Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today we want to present the video highlights of the match between Team MIBR and FaZe Clan during the Brazil League 2024 Stage 2. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Attacking lineup, and if you just said to me which side are you attacking here, I'd maybe be looking towards Karaoke T, but they're showing great use as the Candela's go in. The Amaru gadget we hear zipping her up into position. Mackin are actually taken down by Souls, but FaZe still find themselves a body down here. 4 versus 3 after an initial flood into sight, and right now FaZe, they've just got to try and fight to get a bit of a foothold here to try and get some of the map back, but it's going to be Rare taking down KDS, which is going to give an opportunity for him to put the diffuser down as well. And we're only 1 minute and 10 into the rounders.
It has been chaotic and very largely inspired by FaZe feeling like they have to swing everything on MIBR, only for MIBR to win those gunfights. A 3v2 in a post plant as well is looking good for them. No C4 in back pocket to make use of. That feels a little bit miserable. But with 3 players to try and remove here, it's feeling like a little bit too much to ask. I was going to say Yex was on for a 4K, but King, player of the year last year, can't quite get it done against the final 2. A great first round for MIBR. Again, the attackers rolling out with that Ying. No big surprise there, this time in the hands of Rare. It's Lion also really looking to come along for Bullet, and Mackinna might step up and bring down Handy, who was caught zoned out, but the trade is immediately there.
On that side, they wanting to try and control Karaoke window and Geisha side, so a lot of work for them to do.
Well, King into a second as well. They almost collect the third. Rare almost going down there as well. In fact, a couple of players now. Gomez too, taking a couple of shots to the shoulder. Not enough to, of course, see them finished off, but it's not a good sign. Souls popping up from down below. Like a piranha. Finds Rare, finishes him off. Only 2 left on side now. And Yex has been going good this game so far, but he's still got 3 more to build down. Has the time to do it. And Souls again getting more chip damage down. How many times are these attackers going to get away with it? Finally find themselves finished off. Souls snaps up another victim, and Gomez has got it all to do against 3. Souls makes it a 3rd. Much better round coming out from FaZe.
Souls has been a...
What about fish and chip specials, though, where you get a mix of things in like one little polystyrene box?
It's not really that common around the north of England, isn't that?
You guys not discovered polystyrene yet?
Well, no, I mean the special with like a bunch of stuff in. It's not something I frequently see on the mate. I just find it a bit bland. I just find it all a bit bland. On the entry so far, it was something Laxing picked up on coming into this matchup. It's something they need to continue. How about this Bullet getting a beauty, taking down King? Never easy to win those when you're the one repelling in, but he finds his man.
Oh, and he's gone fishing with the C4 and caught out Bullet. Beautiful stuff. Something coming in from the deep, and in this case, no, is back up. 4v3 now kicks off, making a 4v2. Handy's going to find himself down to MIBR back in control here, even if they haven't got tons of time to play with.
Yeah, the next job now for MIBR, 4 versus 2, is to start getting themselves into sight, and they've got to find themselves a place to be able to put that diffuser down, to get it locked in, and really put the pressure on FaZe here. 28 seconds left to go, and this is absolutely winnable for MIBR. And for me now, it's just about flooding into sight and just getting that pressure put on them. Find those last 2 kills. They're hanging back a little bit. There's 15 seconds left to go. You got to make your move. Souls, he gets cut down, and then there is just one. It's up to KDS. He can't find anything. Gomez.
This is ridiculous. Oh, God. Right. God. A question from the chat, Tim. It's now a bit of a podcast mixed with the cast. Yeah, it's got the word cast in it, I guess. Okay, Ace, what's your thoughts on full English breakfasts?
Not something I eat very often, but I do enjoy a good one. I do enjoy a good one.
We had some great play over in EU League, I think it was last week, where there was some brilliant denial by a bandit on this very wall. Look at that, the sprint coming on through the down! And the 8 zone down this time, is he? Take that one in your pipe and smoke it. A double kill coming through. Bullet at least secures a trade, but the damage is done. The Zophia's down as well. He has taken so much bite out of this attack, and now there is just the Ying and the Striker on side. FaZe Clan back on top.
Yeah, Handy's just broken that round for them there. But to try and get something going, he needs to use the life that he's got to find a couple of kills, and they're just playing with them at the minute. But I think Cyber maybe don't need to commit to that there. It's now 2 versus now to FaZe.
1 Candela left to the name. No smokes in back pocket. It's only hard breach gadgets that were being held onto, and their health bars are not looking so pretty right now. Souls, all reliable. It feels the round end here has found 1, found 2. Bish bash bosh, rounds over. Or the push then coming out, for example, out towards the balcony. Almost gets the one bang onto the Ying, but not quite enough. I think because it was going through the wood on the side, it's not full damage. Therefore, the Ying survives for now. And like that, they've rounded on and caught out Cyber. That's the mute going down. Souls for now at least lives. So tell you what, he's had a great game that so far. They're like, right, boss G time? Yep, sure, go for it, mate. You do you.
Machina going big, managing to get a double, really puts MIBR into the round. KDS, however, manages to find Yext, and we've now got Machina and Rare both on low health as well. KDS is on the other side, but it doesn't matter when Souls continues. Takes down Machina, takes down Rare. He is almost unstoppable at the minute. He is an absolute force to be reckoned with. 1 versus 2 though. Can Bullet do it? 14 HP. No, he cannot. The King is there, shuts him down with...
They started out pretty strong. If they managed to walk away with the third round here and end things up at a 3-3, they'd have bitten your hand off for that at the start of the day, I'd wager. Again, speaking about Sky and the very high defensive win rate that it's got right now, a 3-3 is an absolute win for the attackers.
Yeah, it is. It won't be
on this top floor. So MIBR are really taking their time with the setup for this one.
Yeah, I think they're just being too slow. And like you said, you know, people don't get too much of an opportunity to attack onto this site necessarily. So I think sometimes it takes a little bit longer to think about how you're going to solve the problems. But Souls manages to pick up Rare. Gomez goes in and gets Cyber. Yext onto Souls as well. 4 versus 3. And MIBR have collapsed onto that top floor beautifully, but they haven't dealt with Handy yet. King manages to find Yext and Handy. He's got the Bosch G in hand. It's only going to take one bullet, and they just, they're toying with the lives here. Machina back and forth across there, but Bullet and Gomez find one apiece, and all of a sudden, it's the worst possible operator, surely, to get this clutch. He only has 2 bullets, and then has to switch to the secondary. He can't do it. Machina manages to close him down and get the kill. You know, there's so much that can be done with them. So, yeah, huge loss of utility there. Great opener for MIBR. And in goes the Candelas. That's going to allow a bit of movement, but it's not going to flash all the way into T. And Yex is there, and they're falling like dominoes, Des. It's just one after another. Yex finishes off a perfect round. MIBR, look.
I'm going to say it on cast, and I'll say it now. Go Nuggets! They taste yeehaw! King onto Rare to start the scoring out halfway into the round. Took a bit of time, but down to the last 30. A lot of pressure coming in towards Terrace here. 3 players looking to work their way through, but at least for now, look a little bit unsure. This fire coming out will stop them being able to swing out, which means things are going to be a bit easier, but no. Cyber's there, ready, gets one.
I've just got a feeling this game is going to continue to go back and forth all the way to the end of it. Overtime wouldn't surprise me as a flawless round. We saw MIBR
getting your first one at 2:15 left and then 1:30 left. Rather than burning it early on here, KDS has actually kept hold of both of his phone calls. The second one's about to come online, which says to me they want to use these for the execute to lock out the Echo and lock out the Valkyrie. There's number 1 now.
Handy's going to take down Machina, but Bullet and Gomez find one apiece, including the trade there to avenge Machina, who'd been taken down. So MIBR, whilst it looked like they might just fall behind in round 9, are able to keep themselves on top of things. And especially with it being a third choice site downstairs, it is not a bad thing at all. We can see FaZe just trying to prod and poke, trying to move around and find an angle, but MIBR are dialed into this site. They're not going to have it, but hang on. King, he's managed to get inside, Des. No. He's going to get away with the plant. No, he's going to have to come off it as he goes for a fight. Gomez takes down one. King will find the trade, but in a 1v3, he's no option but to go looking for kills, and he'll find another, but the trade is... They don't really feel like they're confidently established. They've got a window. They're kind of trying to push into drum, but they're not being aggressive about doing it. However, as I say that, that's what they needed. That injection of pace from King to come in and get 2 kills. It grabs a big chunk of space for them, a big piece of map control as well that they can start using. However, Rare stands up, finds Handy. Yex is just waiting for this rappel in. Surely he hears it. Surely he can make the swing. He sees the man is there and he gets the kill. King elsewhere onto Rare. 15 seconds, FaZe have got to go.
But there's only one left standing. It's Machina tucked inside a goal being flashed eternally. They know what's coming. He finds his man. Souls may have denied the ace, but King finds a... either or.
But I'm not a big Jam fan, so it'd just be cream for me.
Oh, that's
just a bit of cream.
I feel that's one of the big debates. There's two big debates that rage in the UK and will forever rage.
It's too sugary,
is
is jam
or
for
scone,
me.
or is it jam first or cream first?
A little bit too sugary for me.
Much value to you? I'd wager no. Gomez still, now they're into less than 60 seconds, is out here on this karaoke and T side. He's expecting to get pushed on main stairs, but no one's working the way up there just now. In fact, it's Handy coming online again, finding Yex, but like that, 2 kills fly back the other way. Just when it feels like FaZe have got a foot into the game, MIBR are keeping things close. Look at those health bars on the FaZe side.
Yeah, big problem for FaZe now. If you look across, they've got, what, about 100 HP between all of them. Souls makes the most of his, manages to find Gomez. It's all up to Rare and Bullet now. 25 seconds. They can start to use that time. They can start to use that clock in their favour. All they need to do is try and hold FaZe at bay, but they can't do it as they keep rushing forward and washing over them. Cyber managing to find one, but Bullet is there for the trade. 1v3 becomes 1v2. 7 seconds left to go. Can he hold on? Souls is getting the diffuser down. It will only take one bullet to win this round if it's the right bullet, but it's not. KDS, he finds the right bullet. Mark, they only need to bait one more of those out. Look at that. Oh,
I love that.
Going in for the challenge, taking a bunch of damage off Yex, but inhaling some of that smoke along the way doesn't really pay off as Rare manages to find Vidaking elsewhere, and that leaves us now with a 5 versus 4. However, there are no smokes left for Yex, so holding on to top black is going to be more difficult. There goes the nade, and KDS follows it up beautifully, just using it to dislodge him out of that position. Cyber manages to find Rare as well, and all of a sudden, just like that, FaZe are in the driving seat.
Just when it looked like it was all over with Vidaking being gone, he has been their saviour through so much of this game. They know where he is, but does it matter? They're trying to challenge it. It's Cyber. Should be dead to rights, but keeps himself going. There is fire burning all around, and we know that those Goyo canisters will last a long time. 2 kills out of seemingly nowhere, and Cyber finds himself shut down. Blitz. Obviously not quite as well protected, but arguably far more ferocious than a Monty. That ability to run you down, flash you out, isolate a 1 versus 1 is pretty mega. Straight through the window they go, and Gomez really should have had that one, but it's KDS getting it instead. Plant going down with 70 seconds on the clock, and it's still 7 players alive, Tim.
Yeah, Souls is going to stick this, and I don't think MIBR were fully aware that that was happening. Souls takes a bunch of damage after the fact, but the damage may be done here. Flashbang goes out. That's smart from Vidaking, just to try and buy himself a bit of time on Black Stairs, but a kill goes either way. Souls is holding on at the minute, but taken down. He only had half health left. There is one down on the side of MIBR. It's 1v2. Can Vidaking hold on? No, he can't. And MIBR have time to disable that diffuser.
Got into that initial scrap. It's almost unfortunate there's only 1 Candela left, and they've all been burnt trying to get inside the display. That's going to be the big focus. There we go. Souls will finally strike. That Boss G coming online, and Yex, who, as I mentioned, has been such a force for this MIBR side, is offline.
Souls has just used that information against them. He's used the utility against them. He knows they're going to push at that point with the Candela coming in. Double kill from Cyber, and Souls picks it up at the end. It falls apart for MIBR.
You ended on saying it rather than starting on it. Certainly no complaints, but I'm largely with you. That just felt really weird as an attack for MIBR. Dumped all the utility, as you mentioned, through in that display window. Never really made a play. Only then chose to come and push onto Cyber, who was sat here behind Minibar, as you can see, late in the round, once they'd already used all the Candelas. And so the question comes, what was the main goal of a kill and make something happen somewhere around the map? Admittedly, maybe feel they've got a lot of the prep work done that they need to get done. Got themselves in the display window. They know the aggression's coming in there, just dumping in the flashes, and the push begins, Tim.
They need to make sure, MIBR, that they weren't being too passive, but I think they might have been, and FaZe have taken full advantage of it. They've seen an opportunity, and they've absolutely flown into sight. They've caught them by surprise, and they've taken the 2 points. They've taken the overtime win.
Get to an overtime, you clearly have done enough on each side. Both teams understand where they went wrong, what happened, what they can do. So that's the main situation when you find yourself in these overtimes. It's just a matter of playing to the best of your ability and doing something maybe slightly different or something that you didn't do prior. And when you're in those moments, again, it's just important for someone or everyone to keep reinstating. And we saw him step up tremendously today for his team, having an 80% cost with a 15-7 overall KD, 2-0 on entry. I mean, this is the performance that we needed from him yesterday. It was just unfortunate that it didn't happen yesterday during E1, but it was important that they all came in today. And even for Vidaking to going through all the all through all the hurdles through that rounds that he was putting himself in, winning those 2v1s, getting 3Ks. I mean, it was a beautiful display of performance from both sides. Both teams, I think, you can walk away happy here, but FaZe just showing their resilience when it really boils down to that very end.
Love watching a player like Souls play as well. You put him on more fragging roles in the